What's up, YouTube? Hey guys, we're gonna do a spring video. What we're doing is, y'all know we're in that month of pre-spawn. It's almost time for these bass to start laying eggs. So I'm gonna break down some of the baits that I use during this time of the year and some of the line I use. For one, let's start off with the line, guys. The line is the most important part because this time of year you might catch a 10 pounder, you might catch 8 pounder, whatever. Big fish are starting to bite and move up towards the shallows. It's getting warmer, guys, so we need to keep that. I'm gonna keep light line, but I like to use Red Label, the Seaguar Red Label, because it's a stronger line. So if I have a smaller diameter or smaller pound test, I can still get them big fish in, and it's not as visible. As you guys know, fluorocarbon is not, it does not shine on the water like monofilament does, so the fish can't see it as well. So them spookier fish will bite your baits. So let's start off first of all, guys. Let's go with our finesse type, or we'll say our jig type baits. Usually I throw a football jig or I throw a round ball head jig, but I like to throw these too. I'll throw these sometimes on the jig head. These creature baits like this, I like to throw them on the jig head because these creature baits, they usually get bit when a lot of stuff won't. And having that weed guard on it makes it easier to run it through the grass. And when it settles on the rock, it settles kind of like that. So guys, it's a very effective bait. And what I usually do with this bait, I usually fish it anywhere from 12 to 15 pound test, because it's a heavier bait. This is about a half ounce jig head. You can go smaller, you can go 3/8 or 1/4 or whatever you want to do, just your preference. But these type of baits right here get bit when it gets a little warmer or the sun's out, like bluebird skies. You really want to just catch that big fish on that bed. You want to throw something small, or you want to throw something like this. Okay, guys. The reason why I said something small, because a lot of times big fish won't pick up on the big stuff. And if she's not really just pulled right on that bed, she'll swim off. Okay, and then we'll break it down to our early spring like it is now. Still cooler months. It's still kind of cool. Even though it's April 1st now, it's still kind of cool outside. You still got 50-degree weather, and it's still looking like you might need to throw something a little slower. That jerk bait is the perfect thing. You're coming off the winter months. That water's still cool. You want that water to start to heat up. But since it isn't, you got to throw that jerk bait to get a reaction out of them, because a lot of fish we caught and a lot of fish that other people has caught weren't just eating the bait. They were just reacting to it. Jerk bait is very manipulative. It can make the fish aggressive. You can hook them. I mean, it's just a reaction strike to it. They get pretty much ticked off by this thing. They'll attack it every time. And another bait I want to break down to you that is very effective and they will eat it is the lipless crank. Okay. I do have a lipless crank that I will be talking about later on today when I do a video today. The TBP perch, I'm gonna get on that later on. But I also use things like the Live Target lipless bait. As you can see, these are the yearlings. And this is a bait ball. It's basically just a bait ball. If you guys don't want to throw an umbrella rig on a live scope all day long, there you go, right here. You got your bait ball. And you can get this in a jerk bait style. You can also get it in a deep diving style, square bill style, and you can also get it in the lipless. I'm not with Live Target, but guys, I just recommend it because sometimes they'll get bit when other things won't. And another thing that I like to do with that, when they're schooling, especially around this time of year, it's just a perfect thing to throw out there and yo-yo it right in between, right between blow-ups out there or in front of bait fish or beside a bait fish ball. These are perfect right here, guys. Make sure you have one of those in your bag. And then another very effective thing that people forgot about since the chatterbait came out is the spinnerbait. Guys, I've been killing off the spinnerbait as of late. Why have I been killing off the spinnerbait? Because this is a classic. This thing is a staple in the fishing community. A lot of you guys, kind of steer away from the spinnerbait because you feel the chatterbait has gotten bit. Well, that's only because you have a solid body lure in the wintertime, which is usually a smaller body frame or basically just a smaller profile than a spinnerbait. But the spinnerbait mimics the bait ball as well as the yearling. Because if you look at it, the tandem blades, I usually go tandem. I never really go single blade on there unless it's nighttime fishing. I just want that vibration for them to find that bait. But I usually go tandem, either gold and silver, gold and gold, or gold and copper. I mean, as you guys see, I want that flash during the bluebird skies of the spring months. And I don't put scent on my spinners. I mean, I know a lot of people do because it's skirt. Because I feel like you have to reapply it on plastics a lot. So just think that spinnerbait's being casted out 3 times as much as you would a soft plastic. So I don't put the scents on there. Now, if you want to put it on your trailer, that's fine. you can do that. But as for that, I just throw it out by itself, guys. And these are just some of the baits that I throw. I mean, a lot of guys throw the Senko, which I'll get into that when it gets warmer. I really don't like throwing the Senko when it's cold because I hadn't, as of late, I've had a few, very few bites on the Senko, and it has not been the thing in the early spring, guys. So these are pretty much the things that I throw, guys. And I try to, like I said, I try to do everything on the fish's preference, on their mood. If they're hitting this jerk bait, I probably won't. If they're hitting this pretty effective, if I catch 4 or 5 fish in a row off this thing, I'll probably throw this thing for 30 to 45 minutes before I switch to any of this stuff, because 9 times out of 10, the fish just moved. It's not that they're not biting, they just moved or they went deeper. So with that said, guys, that's my short video for that. And I just want to give you guys a quick spring breakdown on that. And I will have a video uploaded for you tonight. And we're going to go over some things on that. And we do have the tournament coming up April 24th. So you guys keep your eyes on the channel and stay tuned. And the reason why the practice vlogs have been coming out, guys, and why you see the title a lot, is because I take this thing serious. I mean, this is something that I'm doing. I'm taking the sport serious. I want to make sure I can reach every level I can in there. If I don't, that's fine. But just going out there, putting the effort in there, at least I'll know that I did my best. So with that said, guys, it's TBP, and I'm out.